Good morning. Today we're in Cannock Chase and this is a Glacial Boulder stone and we're just near the car park. This is the start of our walk. Today we're going to walk around the Sherbrook Valley, taking in some of the sights of there in autumn today, so the trees and the leaves are quite fantastic because they're very orange, much like my jumper is. I blend in, hopefully you'll be able to see me other than just my legs. We're also going to go and visit some of the World War Railway tracks as well, which are now part of the heart of the Midlands Way. So we're going to walk on that for a bit and also visit the Millennium Sundial as well. Hopefully there is some sun for that. Let's go.
Our walk begins from the Glacial Boulder, a large erratic found high on Cannock Chase, notable for its geology and history. Although originally carried here by glacial ice in the last ice age, its current position is deliberate. It sits on the concrete base of the former reservoir water tower built in the First World War to serve the large military training complex known as Brocton Camp. The tower stored water for the campgrounds, taking advantage of its elevated ground for gravity-fed supply. From here, the path drops into Sherbrook Valley, shaped by erosion through the gravel left behind by the same glaciation that delivered the boulder.
From Sherbrook Valley, we climb gently back up to meet the Marquis Drive, a wide and straight track with another connection to the Chase's military past. In the First World War, this was one of the main routes serving Brocton Camp, linking the training grounds, accommodation and service areas with nearby light railways used to move men and supplies. Marquis comes from the title Marquis, historically a noble responsible for governing a border region or march. Here at the high point, marked by a second trig point, sandy soil supports a mix of conifers, deciduous trees, grasses and ferns glowing copper in the autumn sun.
As we meet and follow the Sher Brook running north, the path threads from open ground into enclosed woodland, where sunlight flickers through the coppery ferns, grasses and golden trees surrounding the brook. Sherbrook Valley starts broad and open, cut by water flowing through the Triassic sands and gravels that underlie much of Cannock Chase's landscape. Toward Devil's Dumble, it narrows to a wooded hollow, Dumble being a local term for small tree-lined valley common in the Midlands. The origin of the Devil name is unknown, likely reflecting old tales and mystery surrounding the shaded hollow.
Sher Brook broadens out and appears next to the path as we arrive at the stepping stones. It's a popular picnic spot in summer, and on a cool autumn day is still busy with hikers and mountain bikers passing through. From here, several main routes across the Chase branch out. To the right, you can cross the stones to the Slades and Abraham's Valley, and to the left is the Queen's Canopy, part of a UK-wide initiative to plant new woodlands for the Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee in 2022. Ahead lies our path, winding through the trees beneath the hills to the Mere Pits.
Ascending Broc Hill, we arrive at the Millennium Sundial, built in 2000 to mark the new millennium. Its stone and metal structure tracks the sun's movement across the sky, using yourself as the gnomon, though sadly it's clouded over now, so we couldn't test it today. It's both a timepiece and symbol of continuity, linking the present landscape with the past. From top of the hill, the views stretch widely. To the east, Brocton and Stafford lie across the plains, and to the west, Cannock Chase rolls across the horizon. All around us lies history. In the First World War, Broc Hill overlooked Brocton Camp, a strategically important area long before the sundial was placed.
From Broc Hill we head back down to the Mere Pit, formerly a sewage works for Brocton Camp, later quarried for gravel and now one of the Chase's water habitats. Here we join the Heart of England Way, following the line of the former Cannock Chase military railway, known locally as Tackeroo Railway. Built in 1915 to transport troops and supplies across once open moorland, it's hard to imagine now following this path through the trees. Wide, flat tracks crisscross the grounds of the Brocton Camp itself, where First World War troops trained and German prisoners of war were held. Take a brief stop to visit Frida's grave, a memorial to the Great Dane mascot of the New Zealand Rifle Brigade. From here it's a short walk on the track back to the Glacial Boulder, bringing the day and history full circle.